What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV. Everton 3, Tottenham 2. I'm here with Amir, who had to sit through that game with me. So big up to him. But yeah, today was an absolute shit show. An absolute shit show. I can't believe what I've just seen. When you think it can't get worse here at Tottenham Hotspur, it gets bloody worse. We weren't at the races from minute 1 all the way down to the 90th minute. The goals that we conceded today, the chances that we conceded today, it's just nowhere near good enough. Nowhere near good enough. The first goal, Archie Gray gets danced inside out by Dominic Calvert-Lewin, a guy who hasn't scored for 16 games, and you just knew Dr. Tottenham were going to come and give him his first goal in 16 games. He hasn't been able to hit a barn door. Not only him, but Everton haven't been able to hit a barn door for a very long time now. I think they scored 1 goal or 0 goals in the last 10 games. But here come Tottenham. Here come the open defence. Here, just have chances, have goals. And we're gifting them goals. We're gifting them chances. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin, we made him look like prime Cristiano Ronaldo today, the way he just tore our defence inside out. So that was the first goal. Easy does it. The second goal, Ilman Ndiaye, completely done Radu Dragusin, who was pretty much our only classified centre-back on the pitch today, with as well Ben Davis just coming back from injury. But he made Dragusin look like a centre-forward the way he was defending today. One step over and that's it. Bang, Dragusin is out the game. The third goal was just a comedy of errors. You know, in the back post, was it? I think Dragusin hits it into Gray or something and it's an own goal. I mean, how the hell are you going 3-0 down to this Everton side? 3-0 down to this Everton side. We're sitting 15th in the league before the game started, and you're playing a team below you. There's not many teams below us, by the way, and you're going 3-0 down as early as we did. I'm saying it all week. Stop playing these overtired players. You had players on the bench, like a Mikey Moore, who, by the way, came on and made an absolute difference. You know, it's surprising, isn't it? When you bring on a player that's fresh, then he can actually make an impact. But no, the players that are on the pitch are knackered. They're tired. They can't do nothing. Pape Sarr, I thought, was a joke today. Dragusin was a joke today. Hauled off at half-time. Pedro Porro could do absolutely nothing. He is knackered. Play Reguilon at left-back and move Spence to right-back. Spence, yeah, he's played a lot of football recently, but over the course of the season, he hasn't actually played that football, and it's no surprise to me. He looked one of the freshers on the pitch today, and he actually one of the ones that made an impact. Kulusevski, God bless his soul, you know, he's knackered at the moment, but at least he was trying to make an impact. In the opening stages of the game, he actually was able to hurt them a little bit. But Sonny has got to put away that chance at 1-1. At 1-1, you've got to put away that chance. It's a gilt-edged chance, and Sonny as well is completely knackered. He's knackered. Ange Postecoglou actually did try and change up the tactics today, so it's fair play for that, but it just didn't work. It didn't work by any stretch of the imagination. And waiting too long to make changes within the game. You saw as soon as we made changes, with Mikey Moore coming on, with Richarlison coming on, players that have not played a lot recently, it makes an impact, and the fresh legs and the fresh energy makes an impact for us. Why the hell can't we start like that? Or if you don't want to start like that, make the changes a lot earlier so you give a better chance to get us back in the game. It's not good enough. It's not good enough from Ange Postecoglou, and it's not good enough as well from the players on the pitch.
I fully agree with pretty much everything you've said there, Ben. And I think that the situation's even more dire than we really realise, because it's not just going down 3-0 at half-time to Everton. It's also, I think what we showed in that first half was a complete and utter lack of fight, passion, spirit, ambition, confidence. We look like a team devoid of all of those. And I really am struggling to see where we go from here after a performance like that. I think apart from maybe Spence and Mikey Moore, who came on and changed the game a bit, and Richie as well, I thought he came on and did all right. Apart from those three, I didn't really see much fight from our players. I'm looking at my captain as well. I'm looking at Sonny. I'm looking at him to get players fighting for each other. Get players in a battle with each other for those 90 minutes. I didn't see that. I'm very disappointed. When it comes to the finish, a normal Sonny, we said it, you know, a normal Sonny does bury that. And it just looks like a player devoid of confidence, a team devoid of confidence, a manager who doesn't seem to have the answers that we're looking for as well, which is very, very worrying.
Yeah, you look at him on the sidelines. He looked lost. He looked bemused, didn't he? He looked
Completely
lost and bemused. And
Completely lost.
you look at it. He makes a change at half time, right? He brings on Richarlison, takes off Dragoshin at half time. I don't know if that's due to injury or just due to Dragoshin just getting completely opened up alive. Maybe a bit of both. But then after that, he waits until the 73rd minute to bring on Mikey Moore
way
for
too
Pape
long.
Sarr. 73rd minute. We're 3-0 down here.
Way too long.
We're 3-0 down. And it's not like we're 3-0 down when we're pushing. We're 3-0 down and we look
Nothing.
clueless.
Yeah, doing nothing.
So why does he
Literally
wait so
nothing.
long until the 73rd minute to bring on Mikey?
I don't know. Is the real.
And those are the only
Real
two
answer.
changes that we made in the game, by the way. 3-0 down at Everton.
Yeah.
It's just madness.
It's
It's just
wild.
madness. And you look what happened when you bring on Mikey. Look at that cross for Richarlison. It's pretty much the only good cross that we put in all day.
It's the saving grace of that performance, really. Mikey Moore's little cameo, 15 minutes of taking your man on, step overs, creating trouble, and he got his, rewards with the little short corner with Sonny and whipped the ball into the back post, testing the defender, testing the keeper, and Richie was alert to it and managed to get the second. But it's all too little, too late. From Spurs. If we had got those 2 goals back at the start of the second half, yeah, you're talking, you're in business. Then you can make maybe another couple of changes. But I can't really follow Ange's logic with how he's managed that game today. And to be honest, it goes even further. I don't think he's managed games throughout this season well. And it's not just the games. I think he's also mismanaged a lot of the players. When you're looking at the injury crisis that we're going through, of course, not all the injuries are on Ange, but when you're looking at the VDV and Romero situations, and when you're looking at the Udogi situation, and when you're looking at now Dom Solanke out, you're just wondering, are Ange's methods just too much for your modern footballer?
Don't get me wrong, yeah. Do not get me wrong. And for me to say that Ange has his hands on every single injury at this football club, I don't believe that whatsoever.
No,
I think the medical team have to take a big part of the blame. I think Daniel Levy, why we're sitting here the 19th of January and not seeing a signing through the door when you've seen how much we've been struggling with the personnel. But I think Ange Postecoglou definitely has a big part to play in why the squad is looking the way it's looking at the moment.
Yeah.
He really has. He said before the game in his press conference, I have to play Porro because I've got no one else. But that is just not true.
It's not true.
It's not true. Why do you have to play Porro because you've got no one else? You have to play Porro on Thursday. That's when you have to play Porro, because Reguilon and Spence are not in the European squad, which is his fault as well, by the way. Maybe not Reguilon. I would have probably left out Reguilon as well. But Jed Spence should be in that European squad instead of Fraser Forster, and play Brandon Austin as your backup. You know what I mean? He did not have to play Pedro Porro today. Pedro Porro looked completely out on his feet. He's looked like that for a long time as well. He's had a poor season this year. Why not play Reguilon at left back? Why not play Jed Spence at right back? It makes no sense to me why he keeps persisting with players that are clearly out on their feet and completely done and dusted pretty much because of how intense we're playing, because of, the way he keeps overplaying them as well. It just makes no sense to me whatsoever. I just don't get it. Like, what excuses could there be to keep playing Pedro Porro? Even if you don't believe in Reguilon and you don't believe that he has a future here, he is here. He's an option. He's shown in previous games that he can come in and actually do something. Second half against Newcastle, he had a very good half. This is against a good Newcastle side, so why not give him a go?
It's true, Ben. It's true. I'm questioning a lot of his decisions. I also can't understand when you're 3-0 down at half time. I get he made one change at half time, but I don't think one change in a team that's losing 3-0 is enough. I don't think it's enough. And then you're expecting, okay, we start the second half. You can see that we're not creating. Nothing's changed. And then he waits till the 72nd, 73rd minute to bring on Mikey Moore. It's baffling to me, really. And I feel like his time at our club is over, to be honest with you, Ben. I can see Levy pulling the trigger very, very soon.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past... I wouldn't, back against it right now. You can't lose to Everton being 3-0 down at half-time. You can't do that. I mean, someone sent a super chat in the game saying this has got the vibes of the Newcastle
Stellini.
5-0 and Stellini lost his job. I mean, do you agree with that?
I do, because I didn't see today, similar to Newcastle, I didn't see the fight, the passion, the desire to play for Tottenham Hotspurs, to play for the badge, to play for those fans that went up there. I didn't see any of that. You know what? I'll be fair, until the 73rd minute when Mikey Moore came on, because he injected some pace into that team. He took on, he created trouble, and he got his assist. So it's the only saving grace really from that performance is a 17-year-old kid.
And that's where we're at the moment.
Yep.
That is where we're at.
Yep.
And I keep saying, give these guys a chance. It can't go any worse than it's going.
Yeah.
Like, what is he looking at to say, oh, you know what, if we lose this and we lose that, we're going to get completely open. We're getting completely cut open and run open every game anyway. Look at the game today, right? We're 3-0 down, and it could have been 4 or 5 at half time.
Oh, easily.
One ball over the top. That's all it
Easily.
took for them to be 1-1 and go off. If Everton's attack had any more about them, they would have scored 4 or 5, maybe even 6 today. You know what I mean? And it's like, we're sitting in the league 15th now, 24 points. Everton are on 20 points with a game in hand. Yes, that game in hand against Liverpool, so we're lucky on that situation. But we play Leicester next. We play Leicester next, who are 10 points behind us, and they're 19th in the table. You know, the form is nowhere near good enough at this football club. The form that we're on is sackable form. There's no, don't get it twisted. It's sackable form. Like, I've never seen a manager perform this badly and not get sacked at a top club.
Yeah.
That's the reality. Injuries or no injuries, it doesn't matter, you know? And I think he's been the structure of his own downfall in terms of some of the injuries as well. Like I said, it's not all his fault, but he definitely has his part to play in it. So what do we do now? What do we do? Because I said before this game, Levy's going to give him 7 games and wait till the end of the Cups. But right now, if you're getting battered by Everton, we got a Leicester game coming up pretty soon. We've got 2 games in Europe where we're fighting to sit in the top 8. And then we've got pivotal games in our season. Liverpool away in the Carabao Cup semi-final and Aston Villa away in the FA Cup 4th round. Are we going to wait and see how this all plays out, or are we going to make a change now?
I think he's going to make a change now, Ben. I really do. I think he's going to roll the dice and bring someone in. Who that person is, I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. But I can't see him persisting with this. It's horrible form. And it doesn't look like it's going to change at any point. I'm struggling to see where we go from here. Will he bring, like, similar to what he did with Jose and bring Mason in for a little bit? Possibly, but I don't see how that changes anything or how that helps us out. Are there managers out there that could do a better job for the run-in and these 3 cup competitions that we're still in? Maybe.
Do we need just someone? I'm not even joking here. Do we need someone just to stem the tide from now to the end of the season, make us a bit harder to beat, just so we bloody stay in this football division?
Yeah.
And maybe, you know, shithouse a cup result against Liverpool, get us into a cup final. Just till the end of the season and then reassess it.
Yeah.
Is that what we need right now? Is that where we're at?
Maybe.
We are 15th in the table, guys.
Maybe that's what we need.
It's an absolute joke.
Because I wish I could sit here. I wish I could sit here and say I have faith in what Ange is doing, in what he's saying, in the team. I'd love to be here and say all that to you guys. But deep down in my heart, I can't, because I can't see the progress.
We're 8 points above safety at the moment, and both those teams have a game in hand. Let's say, I mean, they probably won't, but let's say they do both go and win. You're talking about 22 games in, 5 points above the relegation zone. 5 points! That's not a joke. That is actually, you know, fighting relegation territory. 5 points against a drop.
100%. 100%.
I don't know where to go from here, guys. I really don't know where to go from here, but
we're clutching at straws. People are literally, and even me thinking, can we bring Poch back for 6 months before he goes to the World Cup and just steady the ship? I don't know. I don't know what the solution is.
And don't get it twisted as well. Don't get me wrong, like, as much as you know, I call Ange Postecoglou out, I call the players out, all of these guys need to be called out. The one single main problem at this football club, and it won't ever change in the long term until this problem is sorted out, and that is Daniel Levy and Enoch. That is the sole problem. Ever since we're in a title charge with Maurizio Pochettino, right, it's been wrong decision after wrong decision after wrong decision. Manager after manager after manager has come in, and no manager that has come in has ever got what they needed to do to succeed in a job. That is the reality. And once again, we are sitting here, 19th of January, the squad is out on his knees, and we're dilly-dallying in the transfer market and not bringing in any players. We've brought in Kinski, fair enough. But when you're looking at the outfield squad that are dying on their knees right now, this squad is dying right now, literally dying on the football pitch week in, week out. And the club are dilly-dallying in a transfer market, not bringing anyone in. Look at Man City. That is how a proper football team act. And yeah, I know you're all going to say, yeah, they're backed by a nation, they're this, they're that. Don't give me that shit that Spurs cannot bring in players and can't spend money in this January transfer window. And don't give me that shit about how hard it is to do and bring business in when Man City can go and bring in 4 or 5 players off the bat when they're struggling. We're struggling. We're dying. We're dying as a football club right now. We need players to come in now. We needed it on the 1st of January. Don't let this squad die. You already done it. So, I mean, I don't know why I'm saying don't let this squad die, because we're already dead. We're already dead. We need players now. And if we don't bring in players literally tomorrow or in the next 2 days, and I'm sorry, relegation is an actual possibility. I don't know. I don't think we're going to go down, but just to be in the conversation is embarrassing enough.
Mate, we're already in the conversation. And if anyone is kind of like, oh, no, you know, there's no chance we'll get relegated. We've seen big teams get relegated before. It can happen. When you're this despondent and you have no confidence, no spirit, no passion, no fight to play for the badge, nothing, that's a team who can go down. And if we don't get a result against Leicester, we're in big trouble. Big trouble if we don't get a result.
Well, you know what? We said that in the week building up to this. If we don't get a result against Everton, we're in big trouble. And now it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And I don't know where to turn from here, but that is your instant match reaction. Everton 3, Tottenham 2. I'm at a loss for words, guys.
Me too.